Every man thinks he knows what it means when a woman grabs him tight in bed, but most don't realize it's more than just lust. That grip is her body's way of confessing secrets she'll never say out loud. Tonight, I'm breaking down what it truly means when she holds you that way, and trust me, the truth will change how you see every intimate moment. Hit like, subscribe, and don't miss the end. There are 1,000 unspoken languages that a woman communicates without ever using words. One of the most powerful and easily overlooked gestures is the way she holds you in her hands. Many men think it is just about stimulation or pleasure, but if you pay close attention, you will realize that the way she grips you, especially when it is tight, tells a story far beyond the physical act. It is her body, her emotions, and her subconscious mind speaking in the heat of the moment. And if you learn to decode it, you will not only understand her better, but you will also elevate the connection between you both. A woman's touch during intimacy is one of the purest signals of her desire. When she holds you tightly, she is not just playing with your body. She is holding onto her sense of closeness, security, and passion. Imagine this: her heart is racing, her breathing becomes heavier, her body is fully engaged, and she wraps her hand around you firmly. This isn't by accident. That grip is her silent confession that she is fully present with you, lost in the moment, and craving a deeper connection. She is not just holding your manhood, she is holding her emotional attachment to you in that instant. Sometimes, that tight hold is her way of grounding herself in the intensity of passion. The truth is, during intimacy, a woman experiences a whirlwind of emotions and sensations. Her body can be overwhelmed by pleasure, her mind can be drowning in desire, and her soul can be reaching for more of you. By gripping you tightly, she finds an anchor. It is her way of saying, "Don't go anywhere, don't let this end, I want to hold onto this moment with everything I have." It is her subconscious plea for you to recognize that this is more than just sex. It is intimacy at its highest form. There are times when her grip becomes almost instinctive, like a reflex. This happens when she is close to her peak, when her arousal has reached a point where her body takes over her thoughts. That tight grip is her physical reaction to the waves of pleasure building up inside her. It is almost like her body is trying to pull you closer, hold you harder, and let you know that she is right on the edge of something powerful. If you are an attentive man, you will not only notice this, but also respond in a way that makes her feel seen, heard, and cherished without a single word being spoken. But let's not ignore another layer of this gesture. For some women, holding tightly is also about trust. Think about it. She is being vulnerable. She is letting herself be open with you in one of the most intimate acts possible. When she grips you firmly, it shows a level of comfort and confidence she feels in your presence. It is her way of saying, "I trust you with me. I feel safe enough to let myself go completely." This is why men should never dismiss these small gestures as meaningless. They are messages, codes of love and vulnerability written in the language of touch. Of course, there are moments when a tight grip can also be playful or even teasing. A woman who feels bold and adventurous may use her hands in a way that shows she wants to take control. That firm hold could be her way of flipping the power dynamic, telling you silently that she wants to lead this moment, that she wants to set the pace. This doesn't mean she doesn't enjoy surrender. It just means that, in that moment, she is expressing her passion through control. And if you are wise, you will allow her to explore that side of herself because it brings out a new layer of chemistry between you both. It is important for men to understand that a woman's hand is not just there for physical pleasure. It is an extension of her emotions. Too many men rush through intimacy focusing only on their own satisfaction, missing these small but powerful signs. When she holds you tightly, pause for a moment, look into her eyes, feel her energy, and recognize that she is saying more with her grip than she could ever put into words. That recognition is what transforms sex into true intimacy, turning ordinary moments into unforgettable experiences. The next time you find yourself in that space with her, don't take it for granted. Notice the way her hands move, the way her grip changes, and the emotion behind it. Sometimes it will mean she wants you to slow down, sometimes it will mean she wants you to go harder, and other times it will mean she simply doesn't want to let go of you. Learn to listen to that language because it is one of the most honest ways she communicates desire, vulnerability, and love. So if she holds you tight, know that it is not just lust. It is connection, passion, trust, and sometimes even love. It is her heart speaking through her hands. And if you are the kind of man who values not just pleasure, but also the bond that intimacy creates, then you will honor that message, respond with presence, and give her an experience that makes her feel truly understood. That is the beauty of intimacy. It is not only about what is happening physically, but also about the emotions, the energy, and the silent signals that pass between two people who dare to let themselves go in each other's arms. When you understand this, every touch becomes more meaningful, every moment becomes more powerful, and every act becomes a deeper expression of connection. When a woman holds you tightly during intimacy, most men only pay attention to the physical sensation. They feel the grip, they enjoy the stimulation, and they think that's all there is to it. But the truth is, that simple act of holding you is loaded with meaning. It is a language all on its own, a way she speaks from her heart and body without using words. And if you pay attention, you'll realize that what she's telling you in that moment is much more powerful than anything she could whisper in your ear. Think about this carefully. When she takes you into her hands and squeezes with passion, she is not just reacting to the moment. She is expressing what she feels for you. That tight grip can represent how much she wants you, how much she craves you, and how intensely she is experiencing your presence. It is her body translating raw desire into touch. In that instant, she is saying, I don't want to let you go. I want to hold on to every part of you. It's more than an act of pleasure. It's a confession. Now, one thing many men miss is that women don't always express themselves directly with words when they are caught up in passion. Sometimes it is their body that does the speaking. A woman who grips you firmly is pouring out emotions she may never have the courage to say aloud. Maybe it is the way she's showing her trust in you. Maybe it is the way she's proving that she feels safe in your arms. Or maybe it is her deepest desire spilling out in the most primal way. That grip is more than just physical. It's psychological, emotional, and spiritual. There are moments when her grip becomes stronger right at the peak of her excitement. This is no accident. When pleasure rises in her body, her natural instinct is to hold on to something, and in that moment, you are that something. Her hand tightens as her body prepares for release, as her emotions become overwhelming. If you are observant, you can tell how close she is to climax simply by the way she holds you. That's how powerful this unspoken signal is. Her grip is a map to her emotions, her arousal, and her vulnerability. But there's another angle to this. A tight hold can also reveal her desire for control. Some women, when they feel confident and bold, will hold a man firmly as a way of saying, "This moment is mine too." She's telling you she wants to lead, she wants to guide the rhythm, and she wants to set the pace. For men who only think of control as theirs, this can be surprising. But if you allow her that space, you'll discover a new side of her passion. That grip is not just about lust. It's about power, playfulness, and the freedom to express herself fully. And then there is the deeper, softer meaning. Sometimes her grip isn't about control or climax. Sometimes it's simply about closeness. She holds you tightly because she doesn't want the moment to end. She doesn't want you to pull away. It's almost like a child clutching something precious, something they never want to lose. In that instant, you are more than her lover. You are her comfort, her protection, her world. That grip says, stay with me, be mine, don't let this end. And if you listen with your heart, you'll feel the weight of that silent request. Men often underestimate the importance of these little details. They get caught up in their own pleasure, rushing to the finish line without noticing the story her hands are telling. But if you slow down, if you take the time to feel her grip, to notice when it changes, when it tightens, when it softens, you will unlock a deeper level of intimacy. You will start to understand her on a level that goes beyond the physical. That is when sex becomes more than sex. It becomes connection, understanding, and love in its rawest form. It's also worth noting that not every grip means the same thing. Sometimes it's passion, sometimes it's trust, sometimes it's control, and sometimes it's pure vulnerability. The beauty lies in paying attention, in learning to read her cues, in making her feel that you hear her even when she doesn't speak. When a man understands this, he doesn't just satisfy his partner physically. He makes her feel seen, cherished, and deeply valued. So the next time she holds you tightly, don't just smile at the sensation and move on. Pause, recognize it, appreciate it, realize that what she is doing is not random. It's her body's way of speaking to you. And when you respond with presence, when you meet her passion with your own, when you give her the security and attention she craves, you turn an ordinary encounter into something unforgettable. Because in the end, intimacy is not just about bodies, it's about emotions. It's about listening with your senses, understanding with your heart, and honoring every signal she gives you. When she holds you tight, she is letting you into a secret part of herself. Don't take it for granted. Hold her spirit as tightly as she holds you, and you will find that true intimacy is not about how many times you come together, but about how deeply you connect every single time. There are countless ways a woman shows you how she feels in the middle of intimacy. Some of those ways are subtle, almost invisible, and others are so direct that you cannot miss them. One of the clearest, yet most misunderstood, signals is when she holds you tightly in her hands. For many men, it is just a physical thrill, something that adds to the pleasure. But if you step back and pay closer attention, you'll realize that her grip has meaning, depth, and a message she might never say out loud. It's not just touch, it's communication, and when you learn to listen, everything about intimacy changes. When she takes hold of you and squeezes with intensity, she is revealing her state of mind in that very moment. It's not a rehearsed move, it's not an accident. It's instinct, it's emotion flowing into action. That tightness tells you she is lost in the moment, that her body and soul are aligned with her desire. It is her way of telling you, I feel you, I want you, and right now, nothing else in the world matters. For a man who knows how to read this, it's one of the purest confirmations of her passion. A woman's body always speaks louder than her words. While words can be filtered, softened, or even hidden, her body reacts without thought. That's why her grip is so honest. When she tightens her hold, it could mean her excitement is peaking, her emotions are overflowing, or her need for closeness is becoming too strong to contain. This is not just a hand on your body. It is her heart showing itself through action. She doesn't want to let go, and in that grip, she is begging you to recognize the weight of her desire. There are times when her grip grows strongest right as her body trembles with the buildup of climax. That tightness is her body's natural response to pleasure surging through her veins. She is holding onto you like you are the only anchor in a storm of sensations. In that moment, her hand is telling you a story that words never could. It's saying, I'm with you, I'm surrendering to this, and I need you to hold me through it. If you are wise enough to notice, you'll realize that her grip is a roadmap to her peak. It tells you exactly how close she is to giving in to ecstasy. But this gesture doesn't always come from the same place. Sometimes it is about passion, but sometimes it is also about security. When she grips you tightly, it can be her way of creating a sense of stability in a vulnerable moment. Intimacy, as exciting as it is, can also feel exposing for a woman, By holding you firmly, she finds reassurance. It's her way of saying, I trust you, I feel safe enough to let go. That's why, for some women, this grip is not just about passion. It's about faith, comfort, and knowing they are in good hands. At other times, it's about playfulness and control. Women are not always passive in intimacy. There are moments when they want to take charge, to guide the pace, to remind you that they have power too. A firm hold can be her silent declaration of dominance, a way of saying, right now, I'm in control and I want you to follow my lead. When this happens, the wise man doesn't resist. He embraces it. Because in letting her take control, you allow her to express a deeper, bolder side of her femininity. And that can create a level of connection that routine intimacy could never reach. Another layer of meaning behind this act is emotional attachment. Sometimes, when she holds you so tightly, it's not just about what's happening in the moment, but about what she feels for you beyond the bedroom. That grip can reflect her fear of losing you, her hope to keep you close, or her overwhelming affection that she cannot put into words. It is almost like she is trying to merge with you, body and soul, by holding onto you as if you are the most important thing she has. In those moments, her hands are not just hands, they are her heart clutching onto yours. Men often make the mistake of treating intimacy like a race, focused only on release, missing these small but powerful gestures. But the truth is, the real beauty lies in the details, her grip, her touch, her body language. These are the signs that tell you how she truly feels. When you start paying attention, intimacy stops being just physical and becomes emotional, spiritual, and unforgettable. Every time she holds you tightly, you have an opportunity to deepen the bond, to reassure her, to give back the same energy she is giving you. So the next time her fingers close tightly around you, don't just take it as a sign of arousal. Look deeper. Ask yourself, what is she telling me right now? Is she saying she trusts me? Is she asking me to slow down? Is she showing me that she's close to her release? Or is she expressing her love in the only way she can in that moment? Every grip is different, every touch carries meaning, and it's your responsibility as her partner to recognize and respond, because in the end, intimacy is not about how many times you come together, but about how deeply you connect when you do. Her tight hold is her truth. It is her love, her lust, her vulnerability, her power, and her passion all wrapped into one gesture. Don't ever dismiss it. Learn to read it, honor it, and reciprocate it. When you do, you'll discover that true pleasure is not just in the physical act, but in the emotional depth behind it. Stay connected. Like, comment, and subscribe for more real talk on love and intimacy.